Hey everyone, Bob Francisco here. I would like to show you how to write the job description of manufacturing manager. I have done the same format when I wrote the job description for general manager in my recent released video. If you haven't watched those two parts video, I have pasted the links below. In those videos, I have explained the purpose of the job description and the HAY standard. As you know, this is a human resource document and one of the most critical one in HR. So without further ado, let me start writing the JD. Let me start by writing the job title of the job description that we're going to write today. Okay, so the title of the job description is starts with manufacturing manager. Okay, so let's just say the job number is search 2. Then the job code could be M02. Okay. And the location is, I think we can put region 2. This is only sample, so no problem. Region 2 or region 4. Okay. Region 4. Then the division would be manufacturing. We just say manufacturing plant. Manufacturing plant. And then his boss would be the factory manager. Okay. Higher in terms of grade. This manager. Almost a GM in ranking. But GM is much higher than him. Okay. So functional manager's designation would be the GM, general manager. Maybe general manager of operations where the manufacturing belongs to. Okay. Okay, let's see who his subordinates are. We can say production managers are his subordinates. Can say managers. No? Several managers will be reporting to him because in a manufacturing plant you have lots of production lines, and each lines or each area are handled by one production managers. So let's just say executive assistant. There should be an executive assistant for this guy because this guy is really so busy doing managing all the resources within the production area of the manufacturing plant. Okay, and maybe he is having one secretary. This secretary is the one taking care of his schedules, meetings, and all those kinds of schedules. Then statistician. Okay. Okay. The reason why the statistician reports to him is because, okay, the statistician is the one collecting all the data from the production, and there should be no bias in doing that kind of job, right? So, and the next one will be the date of effect. We can say January next year. January, let's say January 15, 2022. Okay. And revision, this is the first time that we write this, so just say 00. Okay, let's go to the core purpose of job. Okay. The core purpose of job is always starts with two. Two. Okay, this position is dealing with the sales is giving the forecast to the manufacturing manager. Okay, this is the volume that we need for this month. This is the volume we need for the entire year. So that is the core purpose of the job of the manufacturing manager. So let's say to satisfy the sales demand, right? Okay, or the forecast. Huh? Let's just say demand. Okay, for finished product. Wrong spelling. Finished product. You can see finished product or finished good, but much appropriate to say finished product. Okay, by ensuring, and then this is the second part of the sentence where you say by. To first part is to, starts with to satisfy the sale, to manage, something like that. And then second part of the sentence, by. Okay, to satisfy the sales demand for finished product by ensuring. Okay, by ensuring that all products are manufactured. Okay, we're talking about manufacturing, so we say manufactured. Okay, to the requisite. Okay, very important. Like we're talking about specification, right? It should be, within the standard quality, standard specifications of the product, things like that. So they say requisite quantity or numbers, like volume, quantity, and specification. Okay. So sometimes they call it, actually they call it SKU, safekeeping unit. Okay. So like different SKU, different specification, like the size of the product. Okay, uh, the type, the size. Okay, so those are the specification. Okay, the type of packaging, the content of the product, everything else. In always when you're manufacturing products, always specify the cost. Very important to specify the cost. Cost effective, should be cost effective. Okay, and timely. We also talk about the time frame that you are producing the products, because let's say, for example, the sales division. Okay, they want these products within this week or next week or next couple of weeks. So what is the agreed time to produce the products? Okay, so you will say a timely manner. Okay, timely manner. All right. Okay, wrong spelling again. I'm not really good at spelling. All right. So while meeting, while meeting agreed performance, right? Agreed performance standards. You could say standards. And ensuring, okay, another part of the sentence, and ensuring. So usually the core purpose of job, the sentences are really, long sentence. Okay, because you have to put everything in terms of quality, in terms of specification, in terms of the cost, in terms of the standard. You have to fit everything, right? And you are talking about manufacturing, so this is how we do the core purpose of job. So in terms of what standards and ensuring that all necessary resources, okay, because you need lots of resources, okay, material resource, money resource, manpower resource, all kinds of resources, right? You you need all those resources in order for you to be able to accomplish your accomplish the core purpose of job, okay, are available. So there's a lot of planning activities when you're talking about manufacturing, production. You're talking about lots of planning activities, and there is also a dedicated department for planning, like we call it IPPC. Inventory planning and production control. Very critical function uh, supporting the manufacturing. Okay, so resources are available and utilized okay in a safe and efficient. Okay, see, there are two kinds of key performance that the manufacturing has to maintain. One is effectiveness, the other is efficiency. Okay, so safe. Also, the safe is the health and safety aspect of the operation. We need to maintain the safety and health condition of the workers. Okay, in order for them to be able to contribute to the common goal of the organization. Okay, so we can say efficient manner. I think we have a complete sentence to satisfy the question of the core purpose of job. So to satisfy the sales demand for finished product by ensuring that all products are manufactured to requisite quantity and specification in a cost-effective and timely manner while meeting agreed performance standards, ensuring that all necessary resources are available and utilized in a safe and efficient manner. So it's quite long sentence, but uh, when you talk about core purpose of job, most of the sentences are really that long. Okay, so we have no complaint for that. Okay, so now we're gonna start writing our AOR, area of responsibility. We start with production because this is their main AOR or area of responsibility. They are producing products. Okay, they need, you know what, they need raw materials, ingredients, and everything. They need the machinery, they need the manpower resource and everything to be able to produce all the products required by the sales for the purpose of selling to the customers, right? So we say maximize. Okay, we say maximize. This word is also common in the area of responsibility, maximizing the service to the internal customer. I'm really not good. Okay, you bear with me because I'm not really good in typing. Okay, and also not good in terms of spelling, to the internal customer. Okay, it's not every day that I type in the computer. So you put a slash sales. When you talk about internal customer, you talk about outbound logistics. Okay, talk about transport department. Okay, those are internal customers because you are supplying the finished products to these departments. Okay, to these functions of the company, because this is also the responsibility of the outbound logistics to handle all the finished products in terms of storage, in terms of management, and then they will also issue the products to the transport department, and the transport department are the one you know, having those trailers, where, transport units where they load all the products and deliver to the depot across the country. Okay, so we say sales. Sales is also one of the customer. No, sales. All right. Uh, you can say sales. Just say this, sales team to meet. So, when you talk about internal customers, there is always they always agree on SLA, service level agreement. Okay, what is the key performance and service level agreement? We're talking about the quantity of the products that being hand over or turn over to the internal customer. You know, the quantity, how many metric tons are required by the outbound or the transport department to be delivered to the depot. So you're talking about the I call it actually OTIF. Okay, on time delivery to the internal customers, on time and in full. Okay, if they request for 100 metric tons this month or this week, so I'm giving them 100 metric tons. So that's then they need it next week. Okay, that's what you call OTIF, on time and in full. So they also have this what you call service level agreement. Uh, okay, our agreement that you manufacturing will supply us all these finished products. Okay, 100%. So if you are in only able as manufacturing department only able to supply 90%, then you lack the 10%. So you are low in terms of the achievement of the SLA, service level agreement, okay? To meet the demand, okay? What else? Of forecasted sales, of forecasted sales, right? You can say slash production, okay? That's one of the AOR products from production, no? Production point of view, maximize the service to the internal customer slash sales team to meet the demand of forecasted sales or production. Okay, the demand of production. How many in terms of metric tons we're gonna produce here in manufacturing. So that would also be our target. Okay, so that is our purpose. One of our AOR. Okay, let's do the success indicators. Okay. Okay, in success indicators, we say deliver, okay, deliver product, okay, service to internal customer, can say slash, sorry, that's not slash, um, DNL. I'm going to make it short, DNL, distribution and logistics. DNL with no unplanned, let me think, with no unplanned cuts. Okay. Okay, reduction. I mean, by saying this, reduction based, okay, based on forecast, okay, okay, based on forecast, okay, volume, volume. Okay, remember I said what I said about OTIF, one time and in full. If the internal customer require all the finished products, uh, next week, and 100% of the volume, let's say, is 100 tons. So you should be able to deliver, okay, what are required of you, manufacturing manager, okay? Okay, so it should be OTIF, right? On time and in full. So, okay, that would be your first, on the first area AOR, that would be your first success indicator, okay? We'll get another one, okay? Maybe in terms of what? I sorry, not number. In terms of quality, okay? Okay, one of your AOR, area of responsibility, is production, of course, because uh, you're producing finished products, no? You're producing products, okay? I think it's good to put a space, right? So put a space so that it will look good. Okay, we can say in production, we say maximize. Say here, we'll say optimize. You know, when the British write maximize, instead of writing Z, they write S, like maximize S, and optimize also S. But the American spelling of optimize is Z, not S. Okay, so you know, when I work with the British guys, I got used to writing S. Then when I work with American guys, I got used to writing Z. You know, you have to please them. Okay, product. To ensure that products meet, okay. I always use this word, no, laid down. I got, I got used to using this word, right? Talking about the standards, talking about the systems, procedures like that. Can always use this word, lay down product specifications. Lay down product specifications. So meaning you already set this. Everybody knows about it. So you just say laid down product specification. Okay. Now we will work on the second success indicators. Okay, just like the other one, just like the AOR, we're also going to put space, right? We'll write something first, then we enter from here. You know, I'm not really good in writing in Word documents, so bear with me. Say category. Okay. There are products category, so we say A category. These are number one selling product in terms of quality, in terms quantity and quality. Okay. No category A, product recalls. Okay. Meaning there shouldn't be product recalls from the market, like from the supermarket, you know. That's why it's very important that all the finished product you have sampling already and already tested in laboratory, so that before releasing the products, we are sure that there is no contamination, there's no violation in terms of the non-compliance of the standard, the quality, especially. Okay, so product recalls, because when you experience product recalls, this is big loss for the company. What are the losses? The losses in terms of the overhead cost, in terms of the handling cost, in terms of the production, in terms of packaging, all these are lost. The materials that we use in producing the products, all lost. The transportation cost, okay, the distribution cost, the manpower also lost. So that's why uh, the manufacturing has to be careful when producing products that there will be no uh, reduction of quality, of the products, that the products or materials, and especially the materials and ingredients, are handled safely and properly. Okay, that's why you implement religiously the GMP, good manufacturing practices, HACCP, hazard analysis, control, critical control point. Okay, people are trained in this quality standards so that there will be no mistakes, no problems in production. So reduction in major. Okay, non-compliance notes. Okay, we say non-compliance notes because we are always following the safety, food safety standard. If there are non-compliance, that would be big issue because you're talking about food. The product that we are producing here is food, so make sure that the food is safe to be consumed by the customers. Okay, okay. We have to write the AOR first. Okay, the AOR, production quality training is one of the most neglected in other companies. Safety and training. So I will include training and safety here. Okay. Other companies would say this is not a profit center. This is a additional cost center. They're saying that they're not gaining anything from it, but that's wrong notion because you're investing on training and you're investing on safety, and okay, there is what you call ROI. Okay, you're gaining something from this area. So, and also if you have lots of accidents, lots of mistakes in the production, you are also having what you call incidental cost, right? Like hospitalization, medication for physical injuries, like that. And also in terms of training, the lack of competency of the workers, the effectiveness of the workers are quite low. In terms of the readiness level of employee, especially the entry level positions, so you have to train and develop these guys, and you have to train and develop them to also to work safely in the work environment. Okay, so this is also important, equally important with quality and production. Okay, so manage. Okay, manage the workforce. You can say workers, workforce, doesn't matter. They're all the same. By providing all necessary training. Okay. You start with TNA, training needs assessment. Okay. Then you develop your syllabus or your curriculum. Then you formulate a training calendar. So you need the help of the training and development department. Okay, this is in collaboration with production, and they will identify those guys that need training in among their staff. Okay, training to staff to ensure. This ensure word is always uh, very important in creating job description because you are ensuring many things here. So this one, we're ensuring activities, ensuring all activities. Sorry, always missing the key. Okay, ensuring activities are conducted in a safe and efficient. There will be no efficiency if there's no training. Okay, there will be no uh, effectiveness. There will be no OEE. Okay, overall uh, equipment effectiveness, efficient manner. Okay, we already have three AOR, so we need three success indicator also as well. So we can say reduction in accidents to meet agreed targets, right? In health and safety. You know, there is actually a separate committee, you know, separate meetings, health and safety, reviewing health and safety performance, because you're talking about really big plants, no, where you have thousands of employees working. So whether you like it or not, once in a while you will experience accident, experience physical injuries. But you know, as manager, this is part of your area of responsibility. You have to ensure that all the all the hazards and risks are adequately managed in the workplace. Okay, to avoid accident, to avoid injuries. Okay, we can put a comma here. Then achieve what is there to achieve. Department training plan. Okay. So this should be 100% achievement of the plan. The problem of some manufacturing, you know, department, they're not achieving the training plan because they are not releasing their guys for training because they say they lack the guys. Okay, the manpower complement is not complete. They're lacking guys. Maybe there are five or more guys, you know, resigned or either resigned or terminated. So the recruitment manager was not able to replace all those turnover of employees. So that's why we're not hitting our 100% target in terms of the training plan. Okay, training plan is very important. Training and development is very important because, as I said, in manufacturing, two key performance that we have to satisfy the effectiveness and efficiency. If there's no training, there will be no effectiveness, there will no efficiency, and there will be no, there is, we have lacking in terms of readiness level of employee. And there are two factors uh, in the readiness of level of employee in terms of motivation, willingness to do the job, and the second one is the ability to do the job. So when an employee have those, you know, those factors, then we'll be able to achieve our smart objectives, our effectiveness and efficiency. Okay. So manager should have vision, right? He knows what he is looking for in the future to improve his performance. No. Okay, number four, we just say cost control. This is one of the area that needs to be managed, controlling all the resources entrusted to you by the organization, correct? So let's say optimize, okay, optimize that manpower and other resources. and other resources required to achieve spelling again. Okay. See, manufacturing objectives. Okay. And goals also. I think something wrong with this statement. Huh? Let me review it. Cost optimize that manpower and other resources required to achieve manufacturing objectives and goals are achieved. Okay, I think it's okay. Optimize that manpower and other resources required to achieve manufacturing objectives and goals are achieved. Okay, I think it's okay. Right? Let's go to the next success indicator, number 4. So what is number 4? Is this number 4 cost control? I think this is wrong. Something wrong with this. I think this is optimize that manpower and other resources required to achieve manufacturing objectives and goals. This is not cost control. This is something to do the man plan. Ah, okay. Okay, this is man plan. Manpower. Man plan. Manpower planning. Okay. We're talking about achieving all the manpower, no? And other resources required to achieve manufacturing objectives. Okay. I think we need okay, let's continue with the cost control. Okay. I think cost control is okay. Okay as one of the AOR. This one is, I think, this cost control, I think the word here would be optimized. This is correct word. I think this one is not optimized. This is ensure. You're ensuring the head count, right? Ensuring that manpower. Ensure. Okay, I think that's correct. It cost control. I think the word optimize is the right word for this cost control, correct? So let's say optimize. Because manpower, you're ensuring that manpower and the resources required to achieve manufacturing objectives and goals are achieved. Okay. So here we know we have to optimize. No, optimize. Okay, optimize product yield. Okay, product yield. And wastage. You know, there are actually about 7 wastage in manufacturing. But that's another training. Okay, that's another topic. You know, I was always when I was doing training for guys in manufacturing, I like doing the 7 wastage in manufacturing. Okay, part of the objectives of the lean management. Okay, taking care of the wasted, the raw materials wasted, the finished product rejection. So many in manufacturing, so many problems. That's why people also need the training on problem solving and decision making to address all those issues, all those problems in manufacturing. Okay, to maximize. Yeah, that's why I said no. Optimize and maximize are always in manufacturing. Always used. These words are always used. Maximize contribution of profit profitability, right? Of the operation. What do you think? We can also use manufacturing, contribution of profitability of manufacturing. Operation is also okay. Of the operation, it's all the same. I think so. Yeah. Optimize product yield and wastage to maximize contribution of profitability of the operation, profitability of manufacturing. Okay, it's all the same. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's go to the success indicator of number 4, the cost control. All losses and wastage. Will talk about losses now, and wastage is also very important. These are the things that you have to manage well, though. In terms of spillages, right? Your workflow process, you have to review them. You know, sometimes you use the value stream mapping to look at the processes. Value stream mapping is a good analytical tools. There's another one, SREDEM. SREDEM also is good analysis. TQM, total quality management, analytical tools that you can utilize to improve your processes. Okay. DMAIC is one of them. DMAIC is part of the Six Sigma. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. DMAIC. Okay. All losses and wastage be below budget as reported in SAP. I'm not sure if you know this SAP. Okay, SAP. You know, the Filipino, they call it SAP actually, but this is SAP. Okay, this is a database made in Germany. You pay millions, no, to purchase this system, no, system application program. I think that's the meaning. It's a database used for manufacturing, for logistics, for HR, finance. So very, very famous, number 1 in the world computer system. Okay. We just say in parentheses database. Okay. To understand what is SAP. See, but I know the meaning of SAP is system application program, I think. Yeah. German made. Lots of programs made in Germany, computerized program, like in automation, no? Like the ASRS, automatic storage and retrieval system in the warehouse. Okay, that's the brand they use is made in Germany, Siemens, the hardware and the software and the program. Okay. So let's not go into that. That's already another topic. So headcount. So this is something to do with the manpower resource. Okay. Headcount targets. Are achieved. Should be past tense, right? Are achieved already in the past. In line. Okay. You know, no problem with the grammar. What's important in job description is that you are able to, you know, to explain all the contents, no, in the job description. That you can later on you can check the grammar. You know, you ask somebody to check the grammar for you. What's important is you are able to formulate the job description initially. then you quality check later on, right? Okay. Important is what you're trying to say, you know, the thoughts that you're going to give in the job description. The grammar will, will be checked later on. The quality of the work that you do on the job description will be checked out later. Okay. Okay. Now we have the manpower. Okay. I think we can add more. Okay. I think for a manufacturing manager, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only area of responsibility. Okay. I think the company will say, "Oh, I'm short change here. You're a manufacturing manager and you have a high grade. You're a high ranking manager and you're handling 1,000 people and you're only giving me 5 area of responsibility in return. Uh, I'm not, the compensation, okay, is too high having just 5 area of responsibility. Okay. Then the manufacturing manager will say, okay, I'll add more. No problem. I can add more responsibility. Okay, what else we're going to add? Okay, let's forget this is, a small, everybody thinks this is small area of responsibility, but very important, especially in a food company. No? Maintain your hygiene. That's why we're always deliver training for all the manufacturing people in terms of personal hygiene, in terms of housekeeping. We will not allow you to work inside the manufacturing plant if you have not attended the housekeeping or the personal hygiene. Okay. uh, Training. Okay. Operate the manufacturing plant. That's why, you know some manufacturing companies for food, FMCG, fast moving consumer goods, perishable goods, finished products. They are always they're buying, they are investing on equipment like man lift, scissor lift, boom lift, you know, uh, mechanical equipment for their housekeeping purposes or hygiene purposes, because they're also cleaning overhead, pipelines, fire lines, steam lines. They're cleaning them because this is required by the HACCP or ISO uh, surveillance audit. Very important. Otherwise, you fail. Your score will fail. The auditor will fail you in hygiene and housekeeping. You'll not be able to renew your certification. Okay. So hygiene and housekeeping operate the manufacturing plant. Okay. Maintaining company. Because actually hygiene, this part of the uh, QMS, quality management system, you know, this is policy, company policy. So those there are appropriate you know penalty. You will be penalized for non-compliance of this policy, right? For food company, this is very critical for food company. So maintaining, I would say, hygiene standards. Okay, part of the GMP, part of the HACCP. Okay, and good. That's not an ampersand. Good. housekeeping practices, ensuring compliance. In HAAP, make it capital, right? HACCP, hazard analysis, critical control point, no? And GMP, good manufacturing practices, right? Standards. We say it's standard, okay. Put a space here. Then standard, just small letters now. Okay, already 6. Actually, you can put up to 9 AOR. It's okay. Between 6 to 9, actually. Standard, in OR. Because AOR also will be the basis in terms of your job sizing of the job. Now, when you are doing job evaluation, the area to be considered is the AOR for the technical know-how and also the management breadth. Okay, so we add more, add more. We can say he will be a factory manager deputy. He will deputize because this is a critical position, right? In case in case the in the absence of the factory manager, this guy will deputize on behalf of the factory managers, and he's also has been developed, you know, in terms of deputizing the role of the factory managers. Okay, I will say in the absence. Very important that this is also included in the AOR. Okay, because there will be conflict if you don't have this in AOR. Something happens and nobody deputizes the factory manager in his absence. They will say, okay, it's not in my role, it's not my job description. So better to put it, no, to remove ambiguity, okay, of the contract. This is like contract job description, right? So, of factory manager. I will capitalize the first letter because this is a job title, factory manager. Okay. Okay, that's it. I think it's more than enough. Already, already, he has given enough in return to the company for the compensation and benefits that he received from the company. Okay. Okay, let's do the success indicator now. Okay, for hygiene. No. Okay, we're doing for hygiene. What is the success indicator for hygiene? Okay. Oh, if you are able to maintain the HACCP and GMP, that's already a good one in terms of success indicator. So I will just say maintain. Oh, wrong spelling. Okay, what is there to maintain? High hygiene, of course. High hygiene. Wrong spelling again. I'm not really good at spelling. Okay, audit rating. Because there is always audit. There are 3 kinds of audit in some food companies being implemented. Number 1, self-audit. The guy who's doing the audit or the auditor will be coming from within the team or the department or the function. Okay. And the second audit would be an independent audit. This auditor will come from other function, like the HR will audit the manufacturing, the transport will audit the manufacturing, or the warehouse, either inbound or outbound warehouse will audit the manufacturing. Okay. So this is independent. There will be no bias in this, unlike the self-audit. But this is also in preparation for external audit for the certification, like the surveillance audit or renewal of certification. All right. So very important for the audit. Okay. So that's why when the ISO is making their audit, everybody are already ready. They have done, they have already corrected whatever issues there are. So in terms of training, in terms of the continuous improvement, in terms of the issues that they found in the manufacturing, they have already corrected it before even the auditor comes to audit. Okay. So only maybe only small issues, small things, but no, the bigger issues are already addressed by the manufacturing auditor. Okay, in hazard again, GMP. Everybody attends the GMP, even the guys from the HR, the guys working in the offices, they also attend GMP. The guys from finance, from HR, Okay, then we're gonna do the last. Okay, easy success indicator. It should be just be able to maintain the plant. Okay, during the absence of the, that's already a success. Maintain plant operating requirements. No, during the absence of uh, the factory manager. Okay, put S. All right, this is how we write our job description in terms of area of responsibility and success indicators. Now we're going to do the activities of the manufacturing manager. Okay. So actually we can write more or we can write less. It doesn't matter because anyway, he's going to delegate anyway all these activities to his subordinates. No, he will just look for a guy he think he can trust, who has been trained and developed and can be delegated to some sort of activities. So you can write less, you can write more, no problem. But anyway, we'll just say overseeing the entire, this one of the activity of the manufacturing process to ensure that all HACCP techniques maybe requirements. I will say requirements, HACCP requirements are implemented. Okay. Okay. Second activity. Okay. Why I use continuous tense, my verb, continuous verb, continuous tense, because activities is not just one time. You don't do this activity one time. This is a continuous, this is a continuous activity. That's why it's better to write overseeing rather than, it's a continuous, not rather than putting a simple present tense of verb tense. So continuous or progressive type of verb is better, because this is a continuous activities, you're doing. You're not doing it one time only. You're doing it as long as you are working in that company. You're doing it. It's part of your job description. Okay. Next one is, okay. This is one of his activity. For the investigation, I will not say investigating. I will just say investigate, because we don't want this to be continued process or continued occurrence. Okay. This is only, should be one time only you do investigation, or because you're not hoping for a daily occurrence of incidents, and likelihood of accident or incidents or non-compliance or whatever. So just say investigate, right? All major. Okay, non-compliance. NC, actually we can call it NCN, no? Non-compliance. Okay. Non-compliance notes. All right. To ensure that to ensure that probable root causes, because there are so many issues in the manufacturing. So whenever you do investigation, you have to always find the root causes, to address the issues. Okay, I think I missed out the T here. Okay, causes. Causes of what? Are identified, no? Okay. Are identified and okay, and corrective action, part of your action plan. Corrective action is implemented. Okay. Okay. Activity number 3. Okay, let's go back to continuous form of verb, implementing. Because I just don't like continuous for investigating, or because this is not a daily occurrence. We want to, that's why managers are not including in the budget, the accident incident. They're not doing it. You're not a good manager if you're doing it. You're including it, because what is the meaning of accident? Accident is a unplanned event. That's the meaning of accident, unplanned. So you're not planning it, you're not including it in the budget. You're not putting some money just in case accident happen. That's why, when there are too many accidents, your budget goes up. You overshot your budget. Okay, your planned budget. So it will affect your performance as a manager, because you have too many accident in your area of responsibility. Okay, implementing new production processes for the lunch. In manufacturing, sometimes they are doing trial operation, trial production for new products. This is coming from the product development department. They're always improving the products, making new products, making new packaging, etc. So there are certain production lines that are doing this trial operation or trial production of new products or new developed products. Okay, launch of new products. Okay, in a controlled and timely. See, when you talk about controlled and timely, meaning there was a study in terms of time and motion, okay, in production, like time and motion study. So controlled and timely manner. Okay, what else? Okay, we can say evaluating evaluating what? The short. I already have everything in my mind. The short, medium, and long term. Oh, you know where I'm heading? Huh? You know you can guess where I'm going. And long term projected sales volume. You guess it right. Volume. To ensure resources are available. Okay? Resources are available. Very important. Okay? Because if you have problems in terms of resources availability, then you'll not be able to hit your target. You'll not be able to achieve your smart objectives. Okay? Very important that you have all the resources. Okay, there will be no constraints in terms of resources. Okay, okay, we can actually do 5, 6. Actually, we can do more than that. We can do 15 or even 20 activities. But we'll just minimize the numbers of activities just for the sake of doing the exercise. The job description writing. But in actuality, you can do more than 10 or more than 15 if you want. But in terms of method job description, the activities actually does not matter, because what's important is the AOR, the job dimension, the competencies, the qualification and experience. Those are the important thing in the job evaluation. Okay, so managing the planned production, maintenance schedule. Okay, you have to also plan your maintenance, because if you continuously utilize or operate your machines and equipment, okay, your machine and equipment will not last long. Okay, let's say for example, useful life of machine is 5 years. Not be able to utilize your machines in 5 years. Okay, useful life. So you base your depreciation cost from the useful life of the machines, right? Then after hitting the machines, you need to readjust, you need to refurbish, or maybe you need to do major repairs to put the machine back to its original condition as much as possible, of course. All right. So maintenance schedules. You need to maintain your machines. Otherwise, you'll not be able to utilize them for a period of 5 years. Okay, as per your planned depreciation cost. Because when you're doing budget planning, you are including the depreciation cost in your plan, right? And there are lots of fixed asset of the company, lots of machines. Okay. We can say, what else we want to include? I think five is more than enough. Okay, well, that would be enough now. Okay, we'll think about other activities later, maybe in other. Okay, so okay, we'll just put five activities, just like what we did with the general manager description. Okay, this is equally important, with AOR, qualification and experience and competencies, because job dimension, this is about accountability of the manager, because you're talking about volumes, talking about revenue, talking about budget size. Okay, so those are the things that let's say, for example, it just in general manager job descriptions that I wrote recently, I did not actually put the figures. Maybe this time I'm gonna put the figures, no, for us to appreciate what we're doing here in terms of the job dimension. Okay. Oh, let's say, okay, we're talking about volumes, right? Handled. The forecast that we receive from IPPC, inventory planning and production control. No? And the IPPC, this is also different from the corporate planning. Corporate planning is like strategy. They're strategizing. It's long-term planning. Usually the IPPC is short-term. The production, you know, uh, maybe 1 year planning. Okay. Sometimes they do long-term, up to 5 years planning. Okay. So, but dedicated to production, or so that they will be able to maximize or optimize the utilization of space, the warehouses, the pallet tracking system, ESRS, automatic storage and retrieval system, those warehouses, cold storage, you know, uh, in warehouse you try to uh, utilize 100% of the space in terms of square meters, the total square meters of the warehouse. In cold storage, you're trying to maximize the volume, okay, of the cold storage, okay. So maybe let me think about the figures. Maybe 3 million. Uh, this is just sample numbers, right? It's not accurate numbers or actual numbers, just for the sake of the training that we're doing now. Okay, you say per day. I think this is okay. The quantity is okay. Let's say of liquid products. If you are producing juice, producing milk, those are liquid products, right? Okay, what else? Let's say we have food also, solid products, food products, like maybe we're producing cheese, or we're producing dessert. Uh, Gelatin is also a solid, product. So, okay. So we say processing. Okay. This is not aligned. Okay. Processing of what? Of up to, let's say, 50,000, 50K metric tons. Metric tons of what? Okay, of let's just say of food. Don't put solid, because it's not a good word, no, appropriate word. It just say food products. It's already understood that that's solid products. Okay, we already have the volume, so okay, that will be good for your job evaluation. Yeah, the accountability in Hey method of job evaluation. Okay, managing okay, we're talking about the money resource now. Let's say overhead. Very important in manufacturing is the overhead. Okay. Budget, right? This will most of the the in manufacturing the overhead is like around 10%, no, 10% of the budget, because the biggest budget is goes to the direct materials, no, the raw materials, uh, around around 80 to 90% materials, right. So oh, budget of we put the currency, okay, for appreciation, right? How much do you think we need just for the overhead? Okay, say 100 million, but lots of millions when you're talking about the direct materials, no? You're buying, especially if your materials coming from abroad, from overseas, like yellow corn. You're buying yellow corn. You're buying wheat. The one that we buy in the US, the red winter wheat. Okay, we buy wheat, we buy sorghum, we buy soya meal, soybean meal, right? So, so the biggest chunk is in the raw materials, right? That's why you need silo, you need bigger space, trying to buy materials that accommodate at around 90 days to last. Your material will be 90 days to last because you consider the shipping period, especially if your products are coming from the US. China is closer, so but still it will take some time to reach our country. And also there are lots of formalities. So that's why the GM for distribution and logistics should be, should have technical know-how in terms of multimodal multimodal logistics. You're losing ship by ship, by airplane, or by transportation, or by railway. So those are multimodal. Okay. Okay. What else we will add here in the job dimension. Okay, you try to make a very attractive job dimension, especially if this is a new job and you just writing first time you write the job description, and this job description will undergo the job evaluation, then you make it look good for the evaluator. No, when you're talking about figures, this will attract the evaluators. But anyway, there is a guide in the job evaluation. There's a guide sheet, evaluation sheet. So they will be based, no? So they know what they're doing. So these guys are trained doing the job evaluation. So no matter how you put it, you know, how you try to put everything in the job dimension, they will know that you are exaggerating it. They will know, especially those experienced job evaluator. Okay. So managing, again, you don't forget the labor, because we need the labor. We can say direct labor, managing because there are also other labor. So we cannot say direct labor. There are also contracted jobs, no? And it's still, but those are going into different cost center. So different cost center for the outsourced work. Maybe you hire contractors to do some work for you. So that will not go to the labor, cost center. Maybe, okay, again, we see around 20 million. Okay. I think that's okay for the labor. Okay. Then they go for subordinates. Okay. How many subordinates do you have? How many people working under your area of responsibility? So you have to manage these guys, no? Let's say 500 heads. Okay. Your head count is 500. Okay. Then we'll also include the, see here, job dimensions, quantifiable job features, for example, volumes handled, revenue, budget, number of subordinates. That's why we're including subordinates here. Number of suppliers. So we'll include number of suppliers and customer also, right? So let's say not just suppliers, but accredited suppliers, right? The guys who are, the companies who are regularly uh, selling raw materials or materials to you. Let's say 500 of them, no? The more suppliers that we have, the better, because we'll be able to get the right price at the right quality. Okay, don't buy uh, cheap, materials, but no good quality. Okay, it should be good quality. It should be good price, but good quality. Okay, accredited. Okay, we forgot the word suppliers. Right, we're almost done. Okay, number of customers. Number of customers. All right. See, 1,000. Okay. I think we have already, satisfied the question of how much is our volume, how much is our budget, how many in terms of headcount, suppliers, customers. Okay. Then let's go to the job context. This one is, I already explained it in my previous video, no? Circumstances characterizing the job in terms of working hours, location, stress, physical conditions, resources available. Okay? It's a managing manufacturing. You have to explain. That's why I put this statement so that they know, that what you're doing is really in the manufacturing, all right, activity. Okay, managing manufacturing activity, standard working. Okay, working week. See 5.5. Okay, days. What does it mean? You're off on Sunday, half day on Saturdays. Okay, so 5.5. If you say 5 days, most of the executive like this one, uh, they're working 5 days a week only. Unlike the rank and file, they're working 6 days a week. The exempt employee, non-exempt employee, right? The non-exempt employee are working 6 days a week. Okay, but the exempt employees, like the managers, supervisor managers, they are not entitled to overtime work. And some companies are giving 5 days. Some companies, depending on the policy of the company. As per labor, it's okay also 6 days as per labor. But the company, this is part of the compensation given to the managers, allowing them to work 5 days only. Part of the compensation, because the compensation is finance and non-finance, including the conducive working environment, including accommodation, including remuneration, car remuneration, housing allowance, trip allowance. That's why biggest company, they have all those kinds of benefits, the part of compensation. So this is non-financial compensation, giving just 5 days of work. But in manufacturing, they can afford to lose 2 days because they are always focused in manufacturing. So even if these guys are higher in terms of their rank or a position, they're still working almost 6 days a week. Okay. Give him a half day during Saturday, so that he will be happy. Okay, you are also making the manager happy and motivated. Okay, let's say plant located 100 km or 100 kilometer. Okay, outskirts. So when you are recruiting and hiring managers, you have to explain this to them, no, before they start their work. Oh, here's your job description. Oh, okay. So the job description will say, okay, we're allowing people to, to commute uh, 1 hour to 2 hours, because, trying to manage the stress of the employees. Okay, this is one concern of the employer. The concern of employer in terms of health, safety, and well-being. Okay, you have to take care of employee even if already off the job place or workplace, like commuting. You know, if you can put your own accommodation so that the employee can stay in proximity to the plant, and then they'll just go home every weekend to their family. That will be much appreciated by the employees. Because but there are also employees that they don't want to stay away from their family for 5 days or 6 days. They want to be, to commute every day, but that is his choice. uh, but that will give him lots of stresses, because traffic is a stressor. So you need to do your own stress management. Okay, so let's say 100-kilometer distance outskirts of the city. Okay, I'm so experienced about this because I've been working uh, involved in HR management for quite some time. So I know uh, almost every kind of situation, right? It comes to uh, managing the people and taking care of them in terms of their health, safety, and well-being. Okay, because it is the duty of care of employer to provide protection, provide the safety, provide the resources to the employee. They're also making employees happy, okay, while working. They are enjoying their job. Okay, that's also included actually in the job evaluation. The job evaluator will look for those factors. Okay, the work-life balance, as you would say. Okay, say commute for staff. See, this is stressful, okay, especially during the time. Now I think the traffic now has lessened situation. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe after the pandemic, maybe we'll come back to the old habits, old ways. Okay, spending 2 hours, 3 hours on the road, uh, going to work, then coming from work back to home. So that's terrible experience. uh, Many people are experiencing this situation most often, right? Families live in the city. Okay, see, we're talking about here, uh, the plant is located out 100 kilometers outskirts of the city, maybe in where, in Laguna or somewhere in the region, because I mentioned region 4, no, as the location, or in Calabar zone. Maybe I don't know if that's too much, 100 kilometer. Maybe 100 kilometers is okay. Or if in you're working in the central region, that's 100 kilometers is okay. Always that much of distance. So, but the family are living in the city and they're working in the provinces. So, you know, some people are making their choice to commute every day. So we will just say, specify here to to 3 hours each way. 2 hour one way, going to work, another 2 hours coming from work, 4 hours wasted on the traffic. Yeah, in the traffic. So way depending on traffic, on the traffic situation. During Friday, okay, you're on Friday or maybe Monday and Friday, you're in a chaotic situation, or you're in chaos, traffic chaos all the time, every Friday and Monday. Okay, uh, you are always in precarious situation when you are commuting during Fridays and Mondays. It's been like that ever since time immemorial. Okay, so what's next? Processing plant, just one C. Okay, is you also have to mention this, no, is well resourced, because this will will attract people. Is that correct spelling? Okay, I think so. Okay, you know, when somebody is trying their luck to when they're applying in one organization, it's not only in terms of compensation, non-financial or financial compensation, benefits that they are after. They're also after the situation. There are questions in their mind like, what about the security of tenure? What about the accommodation? What about the systems and procedures? What about the resources? Are we fully supported by the management? Things like that. Equipped being a so you're going to attract, because when the recruitment manager is going after talents in the labor market, they are going to say this because they are always basing their recruitment based on job description. Whatever the job description says, they will disseminate that information to the prospective applicant, and they will say, "Oh, it's a well-resourced and equipped, being a modern." Okay, I will say purpose built, right? Oh, become one word, the modern and purpose. Okay, purpose spelled. Okay, plant. You don't have to say this because you already said it in the beginning. No? Processing plant is well resourced and equipped, being a modern purpose built. You can also say the plant is automated or fully automated, right? You can say highly automated. This will definitely attract the candidates, right? This is one of the the tools that the recruitment managers will need to attract more talents. Okay, processing facility. Okay, that was wrong spelling. Okay, okay, what else? Okay, we'll go to the. Okay, you just finished with the uh, okay, job dimension. We'll go to key relationship, no superior. Okay, you put colon. Okay, factory manager. He's reporting to a factory manager. That's why he's also deputizing the factory manager during the absence of the factory manager. No, peers, lots of peers for this role. Uh, Maybe we say D&L manager or distribution and logistics manager. What else? Who else? Quality manager, no? Okay, these are his fears. Okay, engineering manager, maintenance guy, you know. Usually engineering, they're doing the utility maintenance, no, water, uh, air supply, electricity, power plant, generators. These are the guys you're looking for when you are asking for this kind of, and it's also part of the responsibility of engineering manager, the production maintenance. Uh, the other is utility maintenance, the other is production maintenance. Those are two different kind of maintenance. HR. Okay, I'm gonna do engineering manager's description maybe next time. Uh, you know, health and safety manager, quality manager, engineering manager, transport manager, warehouse manager. I can do that next time. Okay. I've been writing those job description in the past, so I know. So finance also, finance manager is peer colleagues. These are all his colleagues. Okay. But sometimes those guys are not part of the committee, no, management committee. Uh, when it's something to do with the finance, money wise, then my finance manager is part of the committee. Usually part of the committee. The safety and risk manager. I can write so many positions here, huh? But that's enough. Okay. Okay, that's enough. Subordinates also you can write again here. That's how Hay method do it. I think changes of U and O, right? This should be O. Okay. Subordinates, like, actually there are two production manager, one production manager and one senior production manager. Companies are like that. There is still one senior above the production manager, but we don't have to put it the senior here, because why companies are doing that? They're making opportunities for promotion. Like, for example, a production manager has been there for 10 years, and the company think he's giving enough services to us. We think we need to promote this guy. So they put a position above the production managers, like a senior production manager. But actually, the company can survive without a senior production manager, no? So they're just doing it for career opportunity, for manager development, those purposes, or succession planning, strategy for turnover prevention strategy of managers. Yeah, right. Okay, executive assistant could be uh, a subordinate. Is reporting to this guy. Uh, Actually, most of the presentation is being done by the executive assistant. No? Most of the presentations of the managers. The secretary usually, dictation, telephone, accepting, making schedules, meeting schedules. Those are the kind of things that secretary will do. But executive assistants are more, highly technical compared to secretary. Okay. Okay, secretary. Maybe there is a one data uh, we can say data process clerk. Okay, I think that's enough. He already have the other guys like team manager, team leader, superintendent, or whatever. They're not direct reportees, no, they're not direct subordinates. While I'm writing here, it's just direct. These guys are reporting. Sometimes they ask one guy, data process clerk, to be sometimes he do statistics, sometimes he's it's computer guy. He's a computer guy, and this guy will help a lot in terms of the analysis for the manufacturing manager. Okay. Now, in terms of qualification, essential. Okay. Remember, this is manufacturing plant for food. So, but okay, no need for no need for master's degree. Bachelor's degree is more than enough. You know, uh, because that is overqualifying the position if you put master's degree. I just put master's degree on uh, general manager position. Sometimes they require also, like especially in product development, those kind of positions. No, you can put master's degree also. But especially health and safety, no need to put master's degree. Health and safety or even training, no need to put master's degree or master science. No, right? Uh, you can say related to uh, food technology because okay, because we are talking about manufacturing plant for food, no, FMCG. So in India, most of the positions there are they're recruiting dairy dairy technology because uh, in India they're really good when it comes to manufacturing of milk, especially fresh milk. They're really good. Oh, that's their also New Zealand. They're good when it comes to dairy plant. New Zealand and also in some countries, Australia. Okay, they're good when it comes to dairy technology. Okay, I think that this would be enough. Okay, or any other, not necessarily food technology, but it should be food technology because he's manufacturing production of food. Okay, food and beverage, right? So as desirable, we can say masters here, master's degree, postgraduate. Okay, in food science, you can also say uh, food science. All right. Then what else? Now let's go to the experience. Actually, for GM, I usually put 15 years. But in especially bachelor's degree, uh, qualification, and manufacturing production manager, those guys, 10 years is okay. Production managers, 5 years is okay experience. But this is manufacturing manager, so I would say 10 years experience. In what? In FMCG. It doesn't matter whether it's a dairy manufacturing plant or uh, let me write it first. It doesn't matter. It's juice, cheese, dessert, juices, all kinds of juices, all kinds of dairy. Doesn't matter. You just put FMCG, fast moving, because you're also dealing with storage, cold chain, cold chain. Okay, so you maintain the integrity of the products by having a cold storage or reefer ban, etc. So this part of the cold chain environment. Okay, because they are perishable, okay, like poultry products, chicken, frozen chicken or fresh chicken, you know. Okay, you can say also 10 years experience as desirable uh, in operating what? Operating what? Fully automated. Automated dairy or juice or cheese. Not cheese. This is cheese. Okay. Or other food products. Okay. Got okay. Almost there. Almost done. We'll just do the competency. We just say excellent in planning, controlling, and organizing, right? Organizing what? Organizational is okay. Organizational management skills. Okay, that be okay. What else? Results focused. Focus. Right. And proven. Proven team manager. He's a team manager, no? Not in terms of the job title, but in terms of his uh, leadership skills. He's a he's a team manager. His leadership styles, no? Leadership competency. All right. You can say capable of achieving what? Challenging tasks. Because the manufacturing manager is a problem solver. He has analytical skills. He's a decision maker. Okay, making critical decisions in manufacturing plant. Okay, through guiding and overseeing the work of large teams and professional staff. think more than enough. Okay. We can say computer literate. It should be computer literate. Right? What other competency that you need for this guy? Okay. Familiar with ISO, ISO, and HACCP. Can add systems, right? Capitalized. Make it small this time. Okay. Can say highly data rational, maybe. Not data rational. Okay. Enumerate. Okay. Maybe we can say exposure to risk assessment. It's assessment based business management. Okay. Of course, don't forget the communication skill, right? Communications. No need for S. I don't know. Maybe we can also include problem solving and decision making skills. You can say what else? You can say negotiation, and hedging skills. Okay. Okay, that's it. I think more than enough. We can write more, but you know, I think right now this is more than enough. Okay. So that's how we write our job description for manufacturing manager. Usually, this is next in line to factory and general manager. So he can be in the future, he can be a factory manager, or he can also be a general manager, right? So, you know, uh, right? Only what he needs is succession planning and development also become factory manager or general manager. Okay, that's it. That's it for now. Thank you for watching this video. Until next time. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe and share if you like this video. Thank you.